I searched everywhere. I looked through hundreds of files, searched through my text messages. I even looked everywhere in my wardrobe, but I just couldn't find where I asked for your opinion.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah, where I scour the internet for situations so that I can offer my unsolicited opinion. I get this one from the Am I the Asshole on Reddit. Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah, am I the asshole for changing the names of my babies? Preemptive? No. Let's hear it. I, a 25-year-old woman, and my husband, who is a 29-year-old man, are in the process of adopting two cute little twins that will be born in January. What month are we in? Okay, so they're not even born. How are you 9 days ago? Okay, let me just read. The biological mother is a young teenage girl, 15, who doesn't want to keep them. She's a daughter of a friend of ours, and somehow it got through that we wanted to adopt, so her family called us as soon as they knew that she was pregnant. We've been with her all the pregnancy, and even if she doesn't want to be a mother, she will still be able to visit the twins as often as she wants because we live in the same city. Open adoption. You guys, I'm the birth mother of two beautiful baby. Well, they're not babies no more. One is 5 and one is about to be 2. I'm the birth mother, so I'm pro adoption, pro open adoption. So this is going to be interesting. As soon as we found out about the baby, we began looking for names, and when it was confirmed that it was going to be twins, a girl and a boy, we decided on the names Ellie and Evan. Last week, however, we were informed that she had chosen names herself, Walter and Agnes. First of all, what 15-year-old chose the name Walter and Agnes? Are we sure that the 15-year-old did this? I don't know. I have all the questions. This Agnes, the 15-year-old of all the names in the whole entire world, decided Agnes. Oh, this baby just feels like an Agnes. From the 15-year-old? Okay. She didn't choose them because of her relatives, just because she thought they sounded cool. I don't believe that for 1 minute. I don't think I have to mention how outdated the names are, right? And we simply don't like them. Yeah. But even if the names were great, they are still our babies. Well, 100%. I know for adoption, you absolutely have the right to change babies' names. We will raise them. And she said she never wants to visit, although she will probably change her mind. We insist on naming them. They will also get our last name and legally be our children, which was decided and agreed on 5 months ago. 100%. 100%. Her family is upset with us for not accepting their real names and is threatening to look for new parents. Her sister told us that they were just bluffing and hoping for us to back off. Okay. Is this the end of this? Because, I don't know what TLDR stands for. It says, I want to give my children names and the bio mother wants different names. So, I'm going to be honest with you. I would agree to the names. I would agree to the names. Walter and Agnes. I would agree to the names. And here's what I would do. I would go to the 15-year-old who erroneously chose the name Agnes and Walter for babies that will be born in literally 2022. And I would say to her, these babies mean so much to us. And we love them already. And if the one condition you have is that we name them the names of old people, then we will name them the names of old people. And I would go wholeheartedly into Walter and Agnes, right? I would get, this is me personally, I would get baby onesies with the names Walter and Agnes, okay? I would get things customized that say Walter and Agnes. I would literally have bottles that have Walter and Agnes on them. And then once the adoption is finalized and has gone through, Walter and Agnes would be their middle names, and Ellie and Evan would be their first names, so that I have held up my agreement. And also, I would definitely make it their middle names so that the children will know that your mother, this is the mother, the names your mother chose for you. Your mother named you Walter. Because that's an endearing thing. It's an endearing thing for the adopted children to feel like their biological family gave a fuck. It never feels good to feel like your biological parents didn't give any fucks, right? Now, it's, we don't even hear about the biological father of this, but to know that your biological mother was adamant about her naming you, that will feel good to them. That will feel great to them. Oh, did my mother, because she said she never plans on visiting, did my mother, and they all know. Well, you know that middle name you got, Agnes? Ho, ho, ho. And I would pull out the onesie. And I would pull out the bottles. I would put out all the personalized and customized things with Walter and Agnes on them. And I would let them know, your mother was so adamant about these names that she, in her 15-year-old foolishness and pregnant hormone craziness, was actually gonna find other parents for you. And we was like, hell nah, these are motherfucking babies. Ain't nobody taking our babies. We Agnes and Walter and Agnes for life. Okay? That's what I would do. Because I definitely wouldn't let no damn ridiculous ass names come in between raising and loving those twins. They wouldn't even, okay, Walter and Agnes it is. And I wouldn't tell them that we're going to have them as middle name. I wouldn't even keep discussing it. I wouldn't keep discussing it at all with a 15-year-old pregnant person. Walter and Agnes. Walter and I would call them babies. Hey, little Walter. Hey, you know what you could say? Hey, little Walter. Start going full blown with it. I don't know any song that you could. Maybe you could be like, oh, maybe she can go to Agnes Scott College. Like, I would be so fucking knees deep in Walter and Agnes. Okay? And then literally, I would, on paper, their middle names would be Walter and Agnes. And their first names would be Ellie and Evan. And I wouldn't do it in a rub-in-the-face kind of way either. I wouldn't want any of that funkiness. But I would definitely come to that concession in my own being. And in the privacy of our loving home with these twin babies, I would definitely raise them as Ellie and Evan. And then the biological mother's family can call them Walter and Agnes at their leisure. And I would never correct them. And if it ever came to it, I would, like as they get older and notice that these children, the school calls them Ellie and Evan, the doctors call them Ellie and Evan, everybody's calling them Ellie and Evan, I would definitely address it. But I wouldn't make these names any more of a big deal than they have to be. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's how I feel about the situation. Ellie, what is it? Evan Walter. Jeez. And Ellie Agnes. Ellie Agnes and Evan Walter. There you go. Congratulations on your twins. Much success to us all.